Hello students, hello bachon. My name is Lohit and I teach here at Vedantu Olympiad School. Okay, so I'm back with the pre-RMO flashback session 16. So in the past 15 sessions हमने cover किया है the pre-RMO paper of 2017 and the first 15 questions of pre-RMO 2018. So in today's session we'll be covering the next three questions, that is 16th, 17th and 18th question of pre-RMO 2018. I hope all of you are ready solve करने के लिए questions को. Before that, before starting, I would like to tell you guys कि if anyone has cleared pre-RMO or RMO, okay, has qualified for pre-RMO or RMO in the previous years, can join our courses directly without any entrance exam or admission test by sending a mail to me at lohit.jindal@vedantu.com along with your details plus your proof of qualification. Okay, and for the other people who want to enroll in our courses which are absolutely free, we are teaching for Maths Olympiad. Okay, and अगर आप ज्वाइन करना चाहते हो, you like mathematics, so you can visit this site olympiad.vedantu.com, okay, and give the test called Volt. Okay, that is the admission test for enrolling in our regular courses. Okay, so the test is also free, and if you get sufficient enough marks in the test, then you will be eligible to enroll in our courses. Okay, so this is what I wanted to tell you beforehand. Okay, so bachcho, I hope all of you are ready for this session. So for the next three questions of pre-RMO 2018. Okay, so bachcho, let's start. Okay, this is our first question of the day, that is question number 16th of pre-RMO 2018. Let's read the question bachcho. So what is the value of summation of I plus j where I is less than j and both are greater than equal to 1 and 10, where I plus j is odd? Must understand this thing, that I plus j is odd, minus the same expression, okay, everything, but I plus j is even. Odd minus even, जहां पे भी I plus j is odd, the sum of all those terms, minus wherever I plus j is even, all those terms. We have to subtract those terms from the previous ones. Okay, so बच्चों इसको समझने का एक बहुत अच्छा वे है. Okay, so I have already drawn a grid for that. Okay, so let's say, see, the condition is I is always less than j in this, है ना? I is less than j, less than equal to 10, and this is greater than equal to 1. So okay, so let's start from, let's say I is in this direction and j is in the vertical direction. So let me write it. So this is the value 1 for both of them. So j is equal to 1, j is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, so the lines are indicating that, and this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, बच्चों में एक चीज और देखते हैं इसमें. So let me mark it with a white one, okay, or this color. Okay, so guys, हमें एक बात देखनी है, that I is not equal to j, so that all are not required, and also I is always less than j, meaning, so let's say if I'm taking j as 3, I cannot take I as I greater than equal to 3, right? So if I draw a diagonal here, okay, all those terms will be neglected in that case. Okay, let me draw a diagonal here. Okay, so all the points on these diagonals will not be included. Okay, I hope you understand. So diagonals wale points include nahi honge, like this point is 2 and 2, so I and j cannot be 2. Okay, so these are not included. So, and also I have to see all the points which are above this red line, right? Kyunki above the red line j is greater than I, below the red line I is greater than j, and I'm talking about each of the crossing paths, right? These type of points. Okay, so let's see the points first of all. Okay, तो एक बात देखते हैं बच्चों, let's see if we have to see the sum of even cases, right? So what would that be? बच्चों अगर आप देखोगे, let's say I pick j equal to 2, so then I cannot put any I, so for which I plus j is even, right? नहीं कर सकता हूँ, which is less than 2 also, है ना, नहीं. So the first point would be I is 1 and j is 3. Let me mark that point. Okay, let me show you on the grid with the blue color. This will be the point, right? Where j is 3, I is 1, and so on. So guys, if you think about this, let's say if j is 3 and I go horizontally right side, you will observe the next point is 3 comma 2. The sum there is odd, right? So this point will not be, let me color it with white color. Okay, so this will be white color. Let me color it. Okay, so with bachcho, this blue point, okay, this blue colored point represents odd even sum, and white color represents odd sum, right? 2 plus 3, 5. So if you see, if I go diagonally now, so like from here, if I go diagonally, next point is 3 comma 4. This will also be odd, this will be odd, again this will be odd, and so on up to the last point, right? And this point is 9 plus 10. Okay, similarly, but if I take up, see about the even points, this is 3 comma 1, then the diagonal point will be 4 comma 2, and this will be even, and again diagonally all the points will be, the sum of the I plus j will be even, right? So आप देख सकते हो बच्चों, there is a combination here. Okay, so this is also even, odd, right? So like this you can draw all the points. Let me mark all the points. So these will be alternatively, you can check it alongside me, right? So ये सारे points का sum कितना है, odd आ रहा है, as you can see, again 10 plus 7, right? And from 5, so let me mark all the even ones first, and these are the odd ones. I hope you understand. तो मैंने सारे वो dots को blue रखा है, which are whose sum are even, and white are all the dots which are odd, right? You can check them again, you will be able to understand. तो बच्चों इसका फायदा क्या है हमें? When we are talking about the sum of even numbers, you can see I have to check the sum of these blue colored dots. So let me go diagonally. Okay, let's start from this. Okay, so if you check 3 plus 1 will be 4, right? Plus next one is 4 plus 2, 6. And this goes on to, like if you go from here to here diagonally, this is 8 plus 10, 18. So this goes on up to 18. Okay, this is the first values. Okay, now also you can count the number of values here. How many values are here? Okay, 8 values, 8 terms are there, right? Let me mark it. These are 8 terms. Okay, so let's see the next one. Plus the next line starts from 5 comma 1, that is 6. It starts from 6, then 8, and so on up to, go on, and it will go up to 10 plus 6, 16, right? This is it. Plus now also in this, how many terms are there? 6 to 16, these are 6 terms, right? Then after that 5 plus 1 is बाद 7 plus 1 देखेंगे 8. The series starts from 8 plus 10 and goes up to, check this diagonally, 10 plus 4, so 14 up to 14. So these are how many terms? Now starting from 8 and going to 14, these are 4 terms. Okay, and so on. I think you getting the point now. So the next one will be 9 plus 1, 10. So 10 plus 12. So the last two terms are 10 plus 12, only 2 terms, right? So this represents the sum of even terms. So बच्चों इसमें भी add नहीं करना है. I'll tell you why. You'll see just when we see the sum of odd terms. Let's see the sum of odd terms. So in a similar way, let's start from this thing, the white dots, right? The first diagonal line above the red line, that is 2 plus 1 starts from 3. The next term will be 3 plus 2, 5, and then 4 plus 3, 7, and so on up to the last term is 10 plus 9, 19. Okay, this is the first sum. Plus second line goes from, as you can see, 4 plus 1, 5 up to 17. So 5 plus 7 up to 17. Okay, next set. Then the next set will be 6 plus 1, 7 up to 15. So 7 plus 9 up to 15. The third set. Plus then 8 plus 1, 9 plus 11 plus 13. So 3 terms, 9 plus 11 plus 13. So now there are 3 terms only. plus and in the last there is 10 plus 1, a single term 11. तो बच्चों let me write the number of terms also. These are how many terms? 9 terms, right? These are 7 number of terms are 7. In here number of terms are 5. In here number of terms are 3 and this is the one single term, right? So बच्चों हमें क्या करना है? We had to do sum of odd minus sum of even, right? So if you observe, अगर आप देखोगे, we don't need to actually sum all the even and odd and then subtract, which will be a lengthier step. I'll tell you one thing. अगर आप देखोगे, if I subtract the first set of even from the first set of odd, there are 9 terms minus 8 terms. So you can see, barring this 3 को भी include ना करें अगर, okay, excluding 3 there will be 8 terms and each of these 8 terms are 1 lesser than those. So 5 minus 4, 7 minus 6 ऐसे चलता जाएगा up to 19 minus 8, 18, right? तो 1 आता रहेगा हर बार difference. So which will be very easier for us to calculate. Okay, so let's see. मैं लिख देता हूँ next slide पे. Let's see. तो बच्चों let's see. Sum of odd minus sum of even will be, अगर आप देखोगे, just as I have explained, the first set है ना, so 3 अकेला पड़ा रहेगा, so 5 minus 4 is 1, 7 minus 6 is 1, right, and so on up to 19 minus 18, that is 1. So क्या बचेगा हमारे पास? एक 3 आएगा plus there will be 1 plus 1 plus 1, how many? This will be 8 times, right? So I think you're getting the idea. This will make our calculation much easier. अब next देखते हैं. So 5 plus 7 वाला set, second set, this one, subtracting this. So again 5 को अलग से रखेंगे. The other terms, other 6 terms from 7 to 17, each term if I subtract 7 minus 6 will be 1. Then next term 9 minus 8 will be 1 and 17 minus 16 will be 1 and so on. So I think you get that point. तो 5 आएगा एक plus 1 plus 1 होता जाएगा. How many ones again? 6 ones. 6 times, right? Okay, आगे बढ़ते हैं सिमिलर वे में. I think अब तो आपको आइडिया समझ में आ गया होगा. In a similar way, 7 एक अलग बचेगा. So 9 minus 8 up to 15 minus 14. So 4 times 1 बचेगा हमारे पास. So 7 will be taken outside plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. How many times? This is 4 times. This will be 4 times. Plus, अगर हम अब आगे देखते हैं, the last 3 terms, 11 minus 10 will be 1, 13 minus 12 will be 1, एक 9 अलग बचेगा. So we'll be getting 9 plus 1 plus 1, only 2 terms, plus only single term 11, which is this one. उधर वो कोई term है ही नहीं, right? So now the sum is easy. The first term is 3 plus 8 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 4 plus 9 plus 2 plus 11. So let's do the sum. 8 plus 3 11 plus 5 16 plus 6 22 plus 7 29 plus 4 33 plus 9 42 plus 2 44 plus 11 55. So बच्चों final answer will be 55 that we get. That is our final answer 55. And as you can check, that is the answer. तो बच्चों देखने में थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स है, मतलब देखने में लग रहा है, बट इफ यू ड्रॉ दिस ग्रिड, दिस विल मेक योर जॉब वेरी इजी. और सब्ट्रैक्ट करना, एक एक करके सम करके ऐड करना और देन सब्ट्रैक्ट करना विल बी अ लेंथियर मेथड रेदर देन इफ यू टेक दोज सेट्स एंड सब्ट्रैक्ट देम, है ना. एक्चुअली आप ग्रिड के ऊपर से भी सोच सकते हो बिकॉज आपको ऑड माइनस इवन करना है. सो यू कैन सी, you can subtract each of the blue dot minus the white dot, right? So because I fix hoga, if you take this in a vertical direction, you can also make it easy. Like this white point minus this blue point will be 1. Okay, so each for these, all of these points will be 1, but last term bach jayega, that is 19 in this particular case. Okay, so you can make your method somehow, ठीक है, जिससे कि आपका काम easy हो जाएगा. Okay, so you can try it on your own. थोड़ा try करके देखना. I think you will find it fascinating. Draw this diagram and you will find many different ways to solve it. Okay, you can find out. Okay, all right. But so let's see the next question. Okay, the next question is the 17th question of Pre-RMO 2018. Okay, let's see. So the question says the triangles ABC and DEF are such that angle A equal to angle D, ठीक है, and AB equal to DE equal to 17. So what we do is, बच्चों हम क्या करते हैं, दोनों सेम है, एंगल सेम है, so I'll try to make you understand कि क्या सोचना है इसको. So let's say I've drawn the line AB and DE are equal, so I have made them overlapping. Okay, so this point can be thought of as A or D both, and this is B or E because length भी same है, and I've written the end points as the points A and B and D and E also. And after that, A and angle D are also equal, so that this angle is also equal. So let's say I've drawn this line AC, long line, right, like this. After that, it is also given that BC equal to EF should be 10. Okay, so guys, length 10 hai, so can I think of that keeping the point B or E as the center and taking the radius 10, I'm drawing an arc, okay, of radius 10. If I cut an arc, it will cut this line through A, जो हमने एक एंगल फिक्स रख के यहाँ पे बनाया था, यहाँ पे एंगल रख के एक लाइन ड्रॉ की थी. It will cut it at two different points. One could be C and one will be F, right? That is why it is given in the question further that AC minus DF is 12. So AC minus DF is 12. That is, the length of CF is given as 12. Okay, so that is the only way, because the angle is fixed with the line AB or DE. You can say that angle A and D is equal, so that line is fixed, that slant is fixed, right? So B या E पे, if I make it as the center and draw the radius 10 arc, it will cut that line in 2 points. So obviously, because these two triangles are not exactly coinciding and are different, there are only 2 points where that radius 10 arc will cut that line, right? And those 2 points are C and F. Okay, and why I have taken the farther point as C? Because AC minus DF is 12. So AC is the lengthier one. Okay, so this is the diagram, and CF I know is 12 because this difference, and I have to find AC plus DF. Okay, तो बच्चों को हमारा solving काफी easy हो जाएगा. So let's see why. If you see this part, that is, you can say BCF, right? This is basically a sector of the circle, right? So CF is the chord. CF chord है जिसकी length, total length is 12, okay, and the radius is 10. So as we know, let's say we drop the perpendicular on that, okay, BL, okay, so BL is perpendicular to CF. So what will happen? FL will be equal to LC, LF will be equal to LC equal to 6, right? Because we know that property in a circle, if you drop a perpendicular from the center of the circle upon a chord, it bisects the chord, right? So this has come out to be 6, BF is 10, so I can find BL, right? BL can be written as 8. How? So you can think BL square is equal to 10 square minus 6 square, right? Which will be 64. So BL will be equal to 8. Okay, so let me write it on the diagram. This BL length is 8. So बच्चों यहाँ से अपना काम काफी easy हो जाएगा, because I have to find AC and DF, right? This length and complete length. Okay, so let's see कैसे find करेंगे. Now I can easily find the length of AL, right? So applying Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABL. In triangle ABL, if we see, AB square will be equal to BL square plus AL square, है ना? So AB square is 17 square, BL square is 8 square plus AL square. So from this you will get AL square equal to 289 minus 64, that is 225. So AL will come out to be 15. Okay, so AL is 15. How much will be AF? AF will be 15 minus 6, right? Okay, or I can write it for you as AL minus FL, that is 15 minus 6, that is 9. So I will write it on the diagram. AF is 9, this is 6 and 6. Now you can find all the lengths. As you can see, AC plus DF. So AC कितना आएगा guys? AC will be 9 plus 12. 9 plus 12 is AC plus DF. DF is this thing only, that is 9, right? AF is same as DF, that is 9. So you can see 9 plus 12 is 21 plus 9 will give you 30. So the correct answer would be So the final answer that you will have to mark on the OMR would be 30. ठीक है, तो guys this is one of the easiest method, because अगर आप इसको इस तरह से सोचोगे that by drawing a circle it makes it easier to understand, right? Because then the CF length is the chord and you get to understand that B to L, when you drop a perpendicular from B upon CF, it will be bisecting the chord and it will make your job a much easier one. ठीक है, तो simple है, डायग्राम ड्रॉ कर लिए एक बार अगर आपने, we only are using Pythagoras only, right? Not at all any hi-fi thing, so it makes it very easier thing. Okay, all right, I hope you understand. So let's continue to the next one. All right, but so let's see to the last question of this class, that is 18th question of 2018. So let's see, if ABC are greater than equal to 4 are integers, not all equal, तीनों equal भी नहीं होने चाहिए. Okay, तीनों equal नहीं होने चाहिए. It could be that 2 are equal, right? That is what it means. Not all equal means. And 4ABC, let me write it. So 4 times ABC is equal to A plus 3, B plus 3, C plus 3. Then what is the value of A plus B plus C? Okay, so basically in essence we have to find the values of A, B and C which satisfy this expression and are integers and are all greater than equal to 4. Okay, तो बच्चों एक काम करते हैं, let's divide it by ABC. So I can write this 4 equal to, when I am dividing the first bracket by A, I will get 1 plus 3 by A, 1 plus 3 by B. Similarly, dividing second equation, second bracket by B and third by C, I'll get 1 plus 3 by C. ठीक है, so I think you understand this expression now. So बच्चों देखो, if there are 3 numbers A, B and C without any loss of generality, because the expression is symmetric in A and B and C, right? So can I assume that without loss of generality, I can assume that A is the smallest, then B, then C, okay, and all are greater than equal to 4 also, right? ये मान सकते हैं. Under this assumption, now बच्चों एक काम देखते हैं, if A is less than equal to B is less than equal to C, I can say 1 upon A is greater than equal to 1 upon B is greater than equal to 1 upon C. If I am taking the reciprocals, the ratio will get reversed, right? Now I can also say I can multiply it by this inequality by 3 and add 1 to all of them, which will not change the inequality. So 1 plus 3 by A will be greater than equal to 1 plus 3 by B will be greater than equal to 1 plus 3 by C. Okay, so मेरे पास ये expression आ गया, which we will use now to solve this inequality. Okay, let's see how. तो बच्चों 3 terms का product हो रहा है, right? These 3 different terms. So the product of these 3 terms is 4. So can I say, if I am replacing each of the second and third term with a term greater than that, अगर मैं इससे बड़ी terms कैसे replace कर रहा हूँ, that is if I am replacing 1 plus 3 by B with 1 plus 3 by A, a term greater than that, then the whole product should be greater than equal to 4, right? So I am replacing both of the second and third term with 1 plus 3 by A, okay, a term greater than that. Then the whole expression must be greater than equal to 4 instead of equal, right? Which means I can write 1 plus 3 by A का whole cube बन जाएगा, because the 3 terms will be the same, whole cube will be greater than equal to 4, right? So let's solve it. Taking cube root on both sides, 1 plus 3 by A is greater than equal to 4 power 1 by 3. Now solving this, I'll get 3 by A is greater than equal to 4 power 1 by 3 minus 1. Now doing cross multiplication, A को इधर लेके जाते हैं, taking A to that side, I'll get A is less than equal to 3 upon 4 power 1 by 3 minus 1. Okay, so to solve it, I can also do one thing. 3 I can write as 3 to be 4 minus 1, right? This 3 I have replaced as 4 minus 1, okay, which will now be able to factorize, right? So 4 power 1 by 3 whole cube minus 1, so which will give me 4 power 1 by 3 minus 1, 4 power 2 by 3 plus 1 plus 4 power 1 by 3 upon 4 power 1 by 3 minus 1. I hope you understand. I have factorized the numerator, right? So 4 power 1 by 3 cube minus 1. Okay, so now which will give me, as you can see, this will get cancelled. this factor will get cancelled, this one. So I will be left with a should be less than equal to 4 power 1 by 3 plus 1 plus 4 power 2 by 3. So as can I say that this is less than 4 power 1 by 3 will be less than 2, right? Plus 1, because 4 power 4 ka cube root. Okay, so it is the square of 2. If I am taking the cube root of that, which must be less than 2, right? That is why I am writing a must be less than 2 plus 1 and 4 power 2 by 3. So basically square root of 16 or cube root of 16, right? 4 square is 16. So 16 cube root of 16 must lie between 2 and 3, right? So I can write it as 3, right? The maximum value could be 3, less than 3. So which will give me a as less than 3 plus 1 plus 2 less than 6. But we already know that a must be greater than equal to 4, right? But a should also be greater than equal to 4. So the only values that I can take for a are either 5, 4 or a equal to 5. So only two possibilities are left, right? So there are only two possibilities, that either a could be 4 or 5, right? So now we have narrowed down the values of a. So let's take one of the cases and start solving. Okay. All right, let's do it on the next slide. So now let's take the case 1 when I am taking a equal to 5. Okay, so now putting it in the same expression, this one, or you can say in this one, that is the same thing. What will I get? First of all, let's write it down. 4 equal to 1 plus 3 by 5 will be 8 by 5, right? Let me write the expression. 1 plus 3 by 5 into 1 plus 3 by b into 1 plus 3 by c. Okay, so this will reduce the expression now. 8 by 5, okay, so 2, it will give me 1 plus 3 by b into 1 plus 3 by c equal to 5 by 2. Okay, if you solve it, so this will come out to be 8 by 5, so 4 will cancel 2 with 2 and then 5 by 2. Okay, I hope you understand. अब try करो इसको, ठीक है? So once we get this expression, बच्चों, now we will use the same logic again, this logic, right? Because now if we see 1 plus 3 by b is greater than equal to 1 plus 3 by c. So similarly, if I replace 1 plus 3 by c with the same expression, so that expression should be greater than the value 5 by 2, right? So I will write 1 plus 3 by b whole square greater than equal to 5 by 2, right? Using the same logic. Now, through this, what will we get? 1 plus 3 by b is greater than equal to square root of 5 by 2, right? This will give me b is less than equal to, if you solve it, थोड़ा solve करो आप साथ में, b will be less than equal to 3 upon 5 by 2 square root minus 1. Okay, so what you can do is you can rationalize it. You will get 3 into root of 5 by 2 minus 1 plus 1 upon the square of it, that will be 5 by 2 minus 1, which will result in 3 by 2 which will result in 3 by 2. So finally you'll get b as b is less than equal to 2 times root of 5 by 2 minus 1 plus 1. Okay, so guys, let's multiply 2 inside. I'll get b less than equal to root of 10 plus 2. So बच्चों अब आप देख सकते हो, root of 10 is nearly 3 point something plus 2 is 5 point something. You will get some value, right? So I can surely say that b must be less than 6 again, right? Because this value will be between 5 and 6, I can say b must be surely less than 6. Okay, or you can also say b is less than equal to 5. That is the same thing. These two expressions mean the same thing, right? Because b is the integer also. So बच्चों एक बात और है, I have taken the case of a equal to 5, right? And in our case, we have taken that b should be greater than or equal to a. So it only means that b should be equal to 5. In this particular case, it only means that b has to be equal to 5, right? So now in the case 1, when a is 5, b has to be 5. Now it's very easy to find C. Just put it in the given expression. We'll get the value of C. Let's put it. So 4 is equal to 1 plus 3 by 5. Okay, or you can do one more thing. Okay, this is better. Into 1 plus 3 by 5 into 1 plus 3 by C. So as you can see, let's solve it. 4 is equal to 8 by 5 into 8 by 5 into 1 plus 3 by C. We have to check that if C is an integer or not greater than 4. So let's see. 4 will cancel this 8 with 2. Okay, so let's multiply it on that side. We'll get 1 plus 3 by C is equal to 25 by 16. Right? This will give you 3 by C is equal to, subtracting 1 from that side, 9 by 16. So you can cancel another 3. So guys, finally you are getting the value of C is equal to 16 by 3. Right? 16 by 3. Sorry. Which is not an integer. So we have to cancel this value. This case cannot be true, right? So the starting point, that is a equal to 5, must be wrong. This cannot happen. So case 1 is not possible, right? So now we have to solve for a equal to 4, which was our other case, right? So this one is cancelled now. We have to solve for a equal to 4. Okay, so let's solve it. I'm little short on space, so just wait for a second. Now, case 2 is when a is equal to 4. Right? So let's put it in the expression. That is 4 is equal to 1 plus 3 by 4, 1 plus 3 by b into 1 plus 3 by c. So basically we have to do the same procedure again. Okay, so 4 is equal to 7 by 4 into 1 plus 3 by b into 1 plus 3 by c. So guys, if you can see here, let's multiply it. I'll get the expression 1 plus 3 by b into 1 plus 3 by c will be equal to 16 by 7. Okay, so now again using the same concept, again I can write 1 plus 3 by b whole square must be greater than equal to 16 by 7. So let's solve it again. 1 plus 3 by b is greater than equal to, taking the square root, 4 by root 7, right? If we are taking the square root, after this I'll get b is less than equal to, taking to that side, 3 upon 4 by root 7 minus 1. Okay, so again you can rationalize it. So 3 into 4 by root 7 plus 1. Okay, or you could take the LCM also, that is up to you. Okay, so this will come out to be 16 by 7 minus 1. So this will give you b is less than equal to, multiplying 3 inside. Okay, or you can take the subtraction 16. Okay, so 3 times 4 by root 7 minus plus 1 upon this will be 9 by 7. So 9 by 7. So the 3 will get cancelled. You can see here. So क्या आएगा यहाँ पे? 7 by 3 into 4 by root 7 plus 1. So guys, finally what would you get? B is less than equal to, let's multiply it, 4 by 3 times root 7 plus 7 by 3. So guys, if you calculate this roundabout, what will you get? 7 by 3 is nearly 2.33. Okay, now this is 1.3 into root 7. Again, root 7 will be less than 3. Okay, you can say. So 4, you can say that this number is nearly less than 4, right? At least this complete quantity is less than 4, because 4 into root 7 by 3 and root 7 by 3 will be less than 1, right? So ये quantity 4 से छोटी है and this quantity is less than 2. So I can say that this whole quantity is less than 6, right? So B is less than 6, which will give me B equal to 4 or B equal to 5. So these are the two cases that are possible. So now putting b equal to 4 and a equal to 4, we can calculate. Okay, let's see. Okay, just wait for a second. Okay, let's see. Now putting a and b both has 4 will be 4 is equal to let's do one thing. We can solve the initial expression also. 4 times abc equal to a plus 3 b plus 3 into c plus 3, which will be easier in this case. So 4 into 4 into 4 into c will be equal to 4 plus 3 is 7 into 7 into c plus 3, right? So let's see. So 64c equal to 49c plus 49 into 3, that is 147. This will give you 15c equal to 147. So you can see here c is not coming out to be an integer. So b equal to 4 cannot be the case. So it only means b equal to 5 must be the case. So we can also check it by that also. Let's check it. Now using a equal to 4 and b equal to 5, we are solving, right? Let me write it here. So let's put it in this expression again. We'll get 4 times 4 into 5 into c is equal to a plus 3 is 7, b plus 3 is 8 into c plus 3. Okay, so as you can see, 4 will get cancelled. 4 will cancel with 2 and 2 will cancel with 2. Okay, so say 5 into 2, 10c is equal to 7c plus 21. So yes, I think this is fine. So 3c equal to 21, which will give me c as 7. So guys, that is the final cases, that a is 4, b equal to 5 and c is 7, which is also satisfying our initial condition. That is the generality form, right? That a is less than equal to b is less than equal to c. So finally we'll get a plus b plus c equal to how much? 4 plus 5 plus 7. So this will be 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 4 is 16. So guys, accordingly 16 should be the final answer. I know thoda lengthy ho gaya hai. I have scrolled so much. Okay, a little lengthier, but yes, the process was simplified. Okay, we are just using the case, just cases of inequality, right, which helps us in getting the required answer, that is 16. Okay, I hope guys you get to understand this thing. A little lengthier, okay, thoda lengthy tha question, but I hope you were able to understand. Again, I have already said that ki all those students who have cleared pre-RMO or RMO in the previous years can mail me on the email ID which I showed you on the first slide, lohit.jindal@vedantu.com, so that if you want to enroll in our regular pre-RMO regular courses, okay, so we'll add you to that course. Okay, all right, so that's all from my side today again, guys. Okay, in the next session we'll be doing the next 3 questions, that is the 19th, 20th and 21st questions of pre-RMO 2018. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the session and learned something new. Okay, learn the method how to solve these questions and build your confidence in solving pre-RMO questions. Okay, all right, thank you guys, that's all from my side. Thank you and take care. Bye bye.